Here we are at the end of October, and it is really nice right now. But of course, it's about tonight, really, when parents and kids want to know what it's going to be like as far as trick-or-treating. So we're going to start 9 News at noon with Keely Chalmers, the 9 News Weather Impact Team, and your Halloween forecast.
Yeah, it's looking nice. Clear skies. Temperatures certainly going to be on the chilly side when you head out the door this evening. But what a beautiful day. Beautiful blue skies as we take a live look at our Eisenhower Johnson tunnels and I-70. Nice blanketing of snow up in the high country. We are just dealing with a few high clouds overhead here in the metro area right now. Those clouds will clear out. We're at 53 degrees at DIA. Winds out of the south, 13 miles per hour. So 53 at DIA, 51 in Lyman. We're at 46 in Greeley. Still quite chilly up in Fort Collins, 38 degrees, but it will be warming up as we head into the afternoon, even up in the north. Now, we started the day off with some pretty dense fog. The fog has lifted, and all we're dealing with is really just, again, a few high clouds out there, a weak ridge of high pressure building in, and that is keeping us calm and quiet as we head into the evening hours. Taking a look at our futurecast, really just dealing with some clouds up across the northwest, possibly some light snow showers up across the northern mountains. But the I-25 corridor, we are looking sunny as we head into the afternoon and clear as we head into the overnight hours. We'll likely reach our high of 58 degrees between about 4 and 5 o'clock tonight. Mostly sunny skies, your forecast 58 degrees. And taking a look at your weather headlines again, a pretty normal day today for this time of the year. A chilly start. It actually was the coldest morning we've had since April, and we are warming up. We're talking temperatures in the 60s and above as we head into next week. More on that coming up in your complete forecast in just a bit.
Thank you, Keely. In Greeley, police are investigating a shooting that had them lock down the UCHealth campus there this morning. Officers are assuring the community that there is no ongoing threat. Police say the shooting happened this morning in the parking lot. They said it was not an active shooter situation. Greeley police believe this may have been an isolated case of domestic violence. The suspected shooter has been accounted for, but that's all we know at this point. Again, the lockdown is over. We continue to gather more information. Anything we do get will be online, as well as when we come back at 9 News at 3 o'clock. And law enforcement in Arapahoe County are sounding the alarm on what they're calling the Dinnertime burglaries. Investigators say a group has been targeting luxury homes, and they've stolen more than $1 million worth of goods. So far, there have been 9 homes burglarized between the hours of 5 p.m. and 8 o'clock, starting back since February. Homes in Cherry Hills Village, Columbine Valley, Littleton, and unincorporated Arapahoe County have already been hit. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says the burglars target and smash glass doors and go through closets and dressers looking for valuables. They typically happen at homes that back up to places like open spaces, golf courses, trails, and canals. The jury deliberations are continuing now for a third day in the trial of the teenager accused of killing a woman after a minor traffic accident. Prosecutors say Remy Cordova shot and killed 32-year-old Pamela Cabrielas in 2021 after her car had bumped into the car that Cordova was riding in. They say the teenager, who was just 14 at the time, got out of the car and fired at her, hitting her multiple times. Of course, we'll have the verdict for you once the jury is done deliberating. We're learning more about the outbreak linked to McDonald's Quarter Pounders. Now that it has sickened even more people, there are at least 3 more Coloradans linked to the E. coli outbreak, taking the total of cases in our state up to 29. And 1 person in Mesa County died. 8 others have been hospitalized. The FDA saying raw slivered onions are likely the source of the outbreak. McDonald's say they came from a Taylor Farms facility in Colorado Springs, which has recalled its yellow onions. But the FDA is also looking into an onion grower in Washington state. When the burgers do make it back to the McDonald's menus near you, they will not have onions on them. Colorado's Secretary of State's office started changing the leaked passwords for the state's voting computers 5 days after they'd found out they'd been leaked. Those passwords had been online for anyone to see for months. The voting machines that county clerks use are listed on the Secretary of State's website by serial number, county, model, and vendor. There used to be a hidden tab showing one of the 2 passwords needed to make changes to each computer. The Secretary of State, Jenna Griswold, says her office learned about the leak a week ago today, and yesterday she acknowledged that they didn't start to change leaked passwords until Tuesday after it all became public. Griswold also didn't tell county election clerks that their machine's passwords had been compromised. Her predecessor, Republican Wayne Williams, says that's troubling.
You would want them involved so that you can address the issue quickly and do what needs to be done.
The Secretary of State's office has not said why clerks weren't notified or why passwords weren't changed immediately. They say some of those passwords still haven't been changed, so that's a process that needs to happen in person at county clerks' offices. Boulder police have recovered quite a few stolen bikes, and now they need to find out who owns them. But finding owners, well, they say it can be just as hard as finding the stolen bikes themselves. Officers recovered nearly a dozen bikes last weekend alone, but many are not registered or reported as stolen, so police say they can only hold them for 30 days. If they're not claimed, they'll be given to a nonprofit bike shop, Community Cycles, or sold at auction. They're urging bike owners to register their bikes and to report them if they are in fact stolen. Well, if you're out and about for Halloween tonight, you have some options to get home safely. That includes the Wilhite Law Firm's holiday-free rideshare program. If you pay for a Lyft or Uber, the law firm says they will reimburse you for your ride. There are some restrictions. First, you must be 21 or older. It is a good way for a one-way ride to your home, and the maximum value of the metro area ride is $35. You have to submit that information to the Wilhite Law Firm website within 2 weeks of your ride. You'll be reimbursed through Uber or Lyft credits, depending on which rideshare you used. Colorado's DMV also teaming up with CDOT and Uber for a new campaign to try to prevent DUIs this Halloween. The campaign is called DUIs Are Scary. They're giving away $1,007 Uber vouchers. They will be exclusively available on the DMV's Instagram page. They'll be valid through Sunday. Tomorrow you might be tempted to leave your pumpkin out for wildlife, but they say don't do it. Throw it out. CPW reminds everyone that it would be considered intentionally feeding wildlife, which is illegal in Colorado. It can lead to increased human-wildlife conflicts once animals become accustomed to human food sources. It could attract deer, and that could attract predators like mountain lions. CPW also says that bears like pumpkins.